ladies and gentlemen, it's your brother Bolo VNR. We're here with another reaction, ladies and gentlemen, and I want you guys to pay close attention to what is going on right here. Christopher Tufton, Andrew Owens. I have often said that people don't really realize that Christopher Tufton is at the same tier or a little bit higher in terms of wickedness. You understand? As Andrew Owens. He is the quiet evil, in my opinion, in the Jamaica Labour Party. And that's my opinion, I'm entitled to it. And I'm going to tell you why I am of that opinion. When I saw the clip of Christopher Tufton in the pandemic, telling the people in that community, I don't remember the name of the community right now, that if they want water, because that's what the people were crying for, they should take the joke. Ladies and gentlemen, I think at that point, we the people of Jamaica should have understood that the verdict was in. The verdict was in, ladies and gentlemen. The verdict was in. And there's no question that this party is not the party for the people after that. No. I want you guys to listen to this right here from Andrew Owens. Listen to this.
This government does not hear about your health. I hear the spirit of a little baby crying, saying, why didn't the people keep the Labour Party government in? If the Labour Party government was in, I would still be alive. I hear the spirit of the 18 babies that have died because of the incompetent of this government. 18 babies have died. She don't need to pass no law. She don't need to lock up anybody to demonstrate her real care and concern for the children of this nation. All she needs to do is to fire the Minister of Health. This government.
This was 2015, right? This was 2015. Andrew Owens said all Portia Simpson Miller needed to do was fire the Minister of Health. Outside of the alarming statistics of 24 babies being unalived or not unalived but has passed away, right? 24 babies, you know, that has passed away in 24 days since the start of June till now. At the Jubilee Hospital, if I'm not mistaken. In this instant, Andrew Owens, you played politics with a situation of a lack of health care, yes? Whatever the situation was. And you recommended, you demanded that the Minister of Health be fired. So I want to ask you, Andrew, are you going to fire Christopher Tufton, or are you going to allow him to run in the next general election? Celine, Lady J, how you doing? She says, I wonder what spirit I'm hearing now with so much dead babies. So it was 18 then, now it's 24. Cheryl, talk truth. Alright? Yes, sir, if your maths is correct, 24 is more than 18. Well, quite so. But I want to know, Andrew, and I believe this warrants a public address to the people of Jamaica. Right? I want to know if you are going to fire Christopher Tufton. What is going to be the course of action with this situation? Are you going to blame the PNP 18 years in power? Why the baby them from June 1st, 2025 to June 24, why the 24 babies has passed away? Are you going to blame the PNP for that as well? Are you going to blame us flaggers for it? Are you going to blame the media that Warmington says is against you, are you going to blame us? What course of action are you going to now take? Are you going to lambast the People's National Party for bringing this up? When you brought up what you brought up. Ronnie, so you doing, love? Are you gonna lambast us for that? I just want to know, because it's kinda, I don't know, it's kinda weird. But we're gonna play it again, because I want the people to hear what you're actually saying. People don't really listen to this, because you can't make this up. Listen to this.
Hear about your health. This government does not hear about your health. I hear the spirit of a little baby crying, saying, why didn't the people keep the Labour Party government in? If the Labour Party government was in, I would still be alive. I hear the spirit of the 18 babies that have died because of the incompetent of this government. 18 babies have died. She don't need to pass no law. She don't need to lock up anybody to demonstrate her real care and concern for the children of this nation. All she needs to do is to fire the Minister of Health. This government does not hear about your health. I hear
Management of the Victoria Jubilee Hospital. The management of the Victoria Jubilee Hospital has launched a probe into the circumstances which led to the death of multiple premature babies at the facility. Regional Director at the Southeast Regional Health Authority, Lascelles Brown, confirmed the deaths in an interview with our news center on Thursday. He says Sarah on Wednesday convened a meeting to further investigate the matter.
The regional technical team, the regional technical director, and the other specialists, including the SMO at VGH, they are currently conducting deeper analysis to find out what the nature or the cause of those deaths. So I'm not able to speak on the matter in much detail in terms of what would have been the cause and the outcomes. So I wait those reports, and after that meeting, then I will be able to make a definitive statement on the matter. Where I've not gotten confirmation on the numbers.
The West.
Premature babies, right? Now, I'm going to go on record and I'm going to say that I don't trust Sarah. Their names have came up, and it was never in a good light in the last few months. So I don't trust them. Our investigation being done. I'll wait until the PNP goes in power for a real investigation to be done. That's just me. Alright? That's just me. Nobody gotta think the way I think. That's just me. But let me say this. Andrew Owen said that the PNP does not care about your health. Well, because the 18 babies, and there's no legislation, they just need to fire the health minister, yes? So Andrew, given that this is a similar situation, given the gravity that the numbers are higher in babies that are no longer with us, premature as they might have been, we have seen premature babies grow to be the strongest, skillful, brightest, most fearless individuals on planet Earth. So a premature baby doesn't mean the baby is not going to live. As a matter of fact, I was watching a video, I think on Instagram, where there was a premature baby. It's a family posted it. And they had to beat him in his head for him to cry and for him to have some type of... They didn't beat him hard. You know, doctors, they know how to lightly lick them so they make some sound. Yes. So the baby was not abused, alright? In the video, the doctors are professionals. They know what they're doing. So the baby cried. And that was like maybe early 1998. Altia, what are you doing? And the next clip I saw, he was wheeling a bike, wheeling the bike, one of them dirt bikes, had it up in the air like this with his helmet on. It's in the States for like 1 minute straight. Strong young man. Alright, so let's not act as if because a child is premature they can't grow up to be the strongest. And guys, just tap up the screen, hit the like button for me so the video can get out, please. I'm begging you, if you support me, please remember to hit the like button. Here, I know so sometimes I don't forget, but please hit the like button. Thanks in advance. Alright? Check the chart Andre put up last night. This has happened before. 1126, big up yourself. Yes, yes, that's true. Like my son, 34 weeks premature. Wow. Lady J, yes, I heard you mention that before now. The PMP care for the people. Facts. So let me
hear the spirit of a little baby crying.
So Andrew, you hear the spirit of the little baby crying now? I think you are being very disingenuous here. I think you are using this for political gain. I see it come round back now. After Makala, big up. It come round back now and it's biting you. Right, Patrick, big up yourself. It's biting you right where it hurts. Right on the cusp of an election. You see, God not sleeping now and God don't like ugly. You understand? Anyway, let me go to the next clip. This one is between Mark Golding and Christopher Tufton. Well, listen to this.
This issue of dogs eating or having human carcass in their mouth. I need you to check the facts to find out what actually transpired, because it was an orchestrated attempt at creating an impression which actually never occurred in Jamaica. A social media fix, and it was very unfortunate based on the source it came from, where the opposition is supposed to be responsible, and that source came straight out of your camp without calling it.
Madam Speaker, that is unworthy. To make that pejorative remark in this House with absolutely no basis for backing it up is unworthy of the Minister, and he should withdraw that remark. That issue was reported in the media, and it was never refuted at the time. And Minister, you have not answered my question. 9 babies died under your watch in July, and you are telling me that you didn't know about it until the end of August? Are you saying that, Minister? Tell this House if that is what you're saying.
Stan said that it was a hoax, but is Sierra investigated? Mighty God. I tell him to say, if there's somebody equally evil or equally wicked, these two individuals, neck and neck, one of them are pushing in front of the next by an inch. Christopher Tufton and Andrew Willis. So he wanted us to believe that he wasn't aware of that situation until August, then brother, resign. You're obviously not on top of your job. Something as significant as 9 babies. 9 babies. The future of Jamaica. I mean, we have an issue right now with birth, with people having kids, not true? Ironies, Gigi, Patricia. We have an issue with people having babies now. Them don't have no babies. The birth rate is gone down, and imagine children are being born, and 24 of them. You know, when I heard the 24 initially, I thought it was from January, and I was still alarmed. Only to find out that this is from just June 1st, 24, one a day. If we keep up this rate at 365 babies are going to die for the year on this current trajectory. This is not good. This is not good. But we hear Christopher Tufton again. Cause one is soaking, you know. One is soaking good.
Dogs eating or having human carcass in their mouth. I need you to check the facts to find out what actually transpired, because it was an orchestrated attempt at creating an impression which actually never occurred in Jamaica. A social media fix, and it was very unfortunate based on the source it came from, where the opposition is supposed to be responsible, and that source came straight out of your camp without calling it.
Madam Speaker, that is unworthy. To make that pejorative remark in this House with absolutely no basis for backing it up is unworthy of the minister, and he should withdraw that remark. That issue was reported in the media, and it was never refuted at the time. And Minister, you have not answered my question. 9 babies died under your watch in July, and you are telling me that you didn't know about it until the end of August? Are you saying that, Minister? Tell this House if that is what you're saying.
How much Mark Bolin has fought for the people of Jamaica. You know them, ready? And Labour Right campaign a pass with us. Anyway. Who run the island, Andrew? Running it down in the gutter, in the ground. But I really want to point out how Mark Bolin has really been fighting for us. You know, remember that the PMP just has what, 15 seats or 12 seats in Parliament? And they are the David that is going to slay Goliath. You understand what I'm saying? They are the David that is going to slay 14 seats or 13. Lord Fang, big up. Oh, Black Loki, big up yourself, you know. Big up yourself. I saw you earlier. Yes, imagine if Mark Bolin was not part of the opposition. We would be in very big trouble. And no disrespect to the rest of the people that's a part of it, but you need a strong leader. You get me? That knows how to put the right people in place. If Mark Bolin wasn't the leader, you know, I think, and this is the other thing, the JLP and the PMP was the same thing. I think they would buy out the people in the Parliament on the other side. Yo, you guys need to put a lot of respect on the 14 people that represents the opposition, you know. They could have easily sold out their morals and their ethics and go along with what Andrew Horner's plot is and plan is for this country, whoever he's working for. You understand what I'm saying? So we really have to appreciate these people. They don't, I mean, we don't agree with everything, but we really have to appreciate them. Really have to appreciate them, man. It's serious, man. Anyway, let me read here. Dr. Dawes demand answers on reported deaths of babies at Victoria Jubilee Hospital. You understand? It says here, People's National Party spokesperson on health and wellness, Dr. Dawes, is calling on the health ministry, or the health minister, sorry, to provide the Victoria Jubilee Hospital full mortality data from 2020 amid reports that 24 babies died there in June. The Southeast Region Hospital Authority, Sarah, to the Observer on confirmed to the Observer online on Thursday that a high-level meeting was underway regarding the incident, but declined to provide further details at the time, still hiding stuff. However, in the press release on Friday, Dawes cited reports that he said indicated that there were 229 neonatal deaths at the hospital between October 2023 and June 2025. Hold on there. There was a press release this morning. Did they do a video? Oh, what you say? Hold on, let me check the PMP Facebook. Hold on, my people. Let me see what is going on here. Did I miss this? Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. We have audio, here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Unit.
Hold on there. Breaks. Here we go.
The following is a release from the People's National Party Media Unit.
The Southeast Region Health Authority has confirmed that 24 babies died at the Victoria Jubilee Hospital in the first 24 days of June. Reports indicate that 229 neonatal deaths at the hospital between October 2023 and 2025. The Minister of Health, Dr. Christopher Tufton, must confirm whether these figures are accurate and release the full mortality data from 2020 to the present. The explanation given that prematurity is the cause of these deaths is unacceptable. Prematurity is a medical condition, not a cause of death. This points to a deeper systemic failure in the care for newborns. Victoria Jubilee continues to suffer from overcrowding, understaffing, and outdated infrastructure. There's a chronic lack of essential resources, including cooling blankets, ventilators, and proper parenteral nutrition for neonates. These deficiencies, combined with inadequate staffing, compromise the hospital's ability to manage high-risk pregnancies and provide life-saving neonatal care. Jamaica's maternal mortality rate is now higher than it was 30 years ago. Combined with a spike in neonatal deaths, this reflects a public health system in crisis. Dr. Tufton must answer the following. How many neonatal deaths have occurred at VGH annually over the past 5 years? What has been done to improve these outcomes? What budget allocation was made to neonatal care? Was there a breakdown in infection control? And importantly, why was the public not informed sooner? Jamaicans deserve transparency and accountability. These were not statistics. These were children.
Visit our website at pnp.org.
Wow. So they want to use the premarital status of the babies to be the cause of why so many of them passed. You know, Jamaica, I don't really know on our way past still, you know. These types of reports require action. Spontaneous, legal, just, I don't want to say the wrong things. We need a perpetual, spontaneous, legal action against this government and individuals. We need to reach at a point where the citizens of Jamaica, and I'm speaking to Mark Golden right now, strategy, big up yourself. We need to reach a point in Jamaica where we can sue a particular minister of government for not doing their job properly. We need to reach that level. We need to reach a level where in legislation it is that easy for us to get rid of a parliamentarian. Parliamentarian jobs need to be very unsecure. How you doing, Empress 13? Remember, we are not FI. Delete that one there. Write that over back. No, we need to get our stuff together, because these are the type of things that everybody should be outraged, you know. I'm talking about every single individual in Jamaica should be outraged. That could have easily been your child. And they're going to blame it on premature status. Let me play that again, because right now, I tell you.
Following is a release from the People's National Party Media Unit.
The Southeast Region Health Authority has confirmed that 24 babies died at the Victoria Jubilee Hospital in the first 24 days of June. Reports indicate that 229 neonatal deaths at the hospital between October 2023 and 2025. The Minister of Health, Dr. Christopher Tufton, must confirm whether these figures are accurate and release the full mortality data from 2020 to the present. The explanation given that prematurity is the cause of these deaths is unacceptable. Prematurity is a medical condition, not a cause of death. This points to a deeper systemic failure in the care for newborns. Victoria Jubilee continues to suffer from overcrowding, understaffing, and outdated infrastructure. There's a chronic lack of essential resources, including cooling blankets, ventilators, and proper parenteral nutrition for neonates. These deficiencies, combined with inadequate staffing, compromise the hospital's ability to manage high-risk pregnancies and provide life-saving neonatal care. Jamaica's maternal mortality rate is now higher than it was 30 years ago. Combined with a spike in neonatal deaths, this reflects a public health system in crisis. Dr. Tufton must answer the following. How many neonatal deaths have occurred at VGH annually over the past 5 years? What has been done to improve these outcomes? What budget allocation was made to neonatal care? Was there a breakdown in infection control? And importantly, why was the public not informed sooner? Jamaicans deserve transparency and accountability. These were not statistics. These were children.
Visit our website
They were alive. They were living beings. They were human beings with so much potential ahead of them. What am I telling you? I don't need to read the article because, you know, it pretty much said, oh, so these are the questions. And I like this. What has been done to improve the outcome? What budget was allocated to neonatal care? Was there a breakdown in infection control? And why was the public not informed sooner? This is empowering questions, ladies and gentlemen. This empowers you to know, alright, in this situation, these are the type of questions you should be asking. You understand? So, we have the king of corruption and the arbiter of DEATHS. Oh, we're not fighting flesh, we are fighting spiritual wickedness in high places. True? True, true. True, true. Man, listen. You know, I'm already 31 minutes in this reaction. So, remember to follow me on all of my platforms. Can we get to 5,000 subs on Bolo VNR clips? Yo! And Bolo VNR too. I need to transfer you guys over there. You guys need to go over to Bolo TVV, Bolo VNR Clips, and Bolo VNR. Just in case they mess with one of my channels. Because you know, these people do anything. Although I try to remain in the realm of, you know what I'm saying, legalities and policies of the YouTube. Yeah. So, y'all please make sure y'all go and sub up to all of my platforms, alright? Let me know what you think about that in the comment section.